Sling Blade is a 1996 American film directed by Arkansas native Billy Bob Thornton. The film follows Carl Childers, played by Thornton, a mentally challenged man who has spent the better half of his life inside of a psychiatric ward for a series of murders. Now in his 40s, Childers must acclimate to the life of a free man. Here's a clip now.
How'd your mama die?
You don't need to hear things like that. You just a boy. You need to think about good thoughts while you still a boy. There's plenty of time for all the other.
I've had a lot of bad thoughts since Daddy died. Sometimes I wish I was still real little and he was still here. Mama's real good, but I wish I had both of them. We went to Memphis in the car one time. It was raining so hard we couldn't see the road. But I wasn't scared, because as long as Daddy was driving, I thought nothing can happen to us. That's the way I feel about Mama now.
I'm Matthew McCann.
I'm Trey Rutledge.
And I'm Dutch Leidlich.
And gentlemen, I feel like I could wholeheartedly say that I would recommend this movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think it's a testament to young filmmakers, independent filmmakers, especially not in Hollywood or New York.
That's true. This was entirely independently funded.
Yeah.
It was written, directed, and stars Billy Bob Thornton. You could tell this was his project. You could see it. You could feel it flowing through the veins. This was all him. This was all him.
He really poured a lot of heart and soul into it, I think. Really stellar performance by him.
I would say Thornton's performance was definitely the best part of the movie, in my opinion. Yeah, just with every little mannerism that the character had, or
you don't want to take your eyes off him when he's on screen.
That's true. He's really mesmerizing. Yeah.
Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, sir?
I just kinda want something other to eat.
Well, what would you like?
You got any biscuits for sale in there?
Well, no, this here's a Frosty Cream. We don't serve biscuits.
I remember watching an interview with Thornton where he said he took a lot of the mannerisms of Childers' character from mental patients that he had visited and he had spent time with.
Thornton actually worked at a retirement home, I believe.
Yeah. I just think that's really cool because it shows that not only was he planning on getting the source material right, he wanted to get everything down to a T and to make it as accurate as possible and to represent these disabled people as best he could. And I think that's really admirable.
Along his way, Childers meets a wide variety of characters, both good and evil. I think one of the most memorable characters was the boy. He forms a very strong relationship with this kid, and I feel like Childers' character and this boy who's experiencing these turmoils in life, I feel like is such a great reflection of how good intention and how goodwill can really change a person, you know?
Yeah. I think if you look at the movie through a moral standpoint, you've got two ends of the spectrum. One of them is the boy, and that's innocence and good and, the moral justness. And then there's his stepfather, which is evil and pervasive and, all the things that Carl doesn't want the boy to interpret.
I would say one of the film's strongest qualities is this exploration of the morally gray. Like Childers, we learn his backstory and it's prefaced that he did commit these violent acts upon people, and it really explores after his imprisonment what it means to kind of find this redemption inside himself, and he meets these people who, again, you said on a spectrum of good and evil, and how these relationships can change his character and how he perceives the world in a really interesting way. Going back to the southern qualities of the movie, I felt like these locations and the scenery felt very natural.
It's like realism, right? The blocking was great. Everything, it looked like a painting. I mean, that Southern Gothic painting, it kind of is reminiscent of that.
Yeah, you mentioned this Southern Gothic thing.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of this movie, The Night of the Hunter. It's a Charles Lawton movie from the 50s, I believe. But it really paints portraits with shadows, and even just contextually, the movies have a bunch of similarities. But there's one shot in particular in Sling Blade where Thornton's character is on a lake or sitting by a lake with the moonlight reflecting on him. There's all these deep shadows surrounding him, and it really reflects his character's mind state or state of mind. But again, you could see these inspirations running through, which I really appreciate. Well, with all we've had to say about it, I feel like the most important question is if people should watch the movie. And I would say yes. I think, like as an Arkansas native, it was shot in Arkansas. It was shot in Benton. Billy Bob Thornton is from Hot Springs. You could tell that there's a lot of detail and care put into this just from Thornton himself as a triple credit. You know, this is a project that's really a testament to independent cinema and like not making something for somebody else, but making something for yourself in a sense. Yeah. Would you recommend the movie?
Oh, I totally recommend the movie. It's not it's not hard to get into. Yeah, I don't know if you could say it's like you could watch it with your family, but you could watch it.
I watched it with my family.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I would feel like it's something my grandma would like. So if that's, you know, it definitely handles some mature themes, and there's some pretty jarring, shocking imagery on screen. But it's again like the messaging is just so deep and altruistic that it's really admirable. Trey?
I'd recommend it. I don't think you have to be a movie guy to enjoy it. I think you can watch it just on a pure fun standpoint, and you can still get a lot out of it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, join us next week. We'll be reviewing the 2000 Eddie Murphy film, The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps.
They made a second one?
I'm Matthew McCann.
I'm Trey Rutledge.
And I'm Dutch Lidlick.
And we'll see you next week. Thank you.